All right. Welcome, everyone. Today's December 20th. Welcome to the External Secrets Operator Community Meeting. We have a code of conduct, which basically says don't be jerks, please be kind, and don't be an idiot. With that being said, welcome, everyone. I think we'd like to start off with maybe giving new joiners the opportunity to present themselves, say hi. This is completely optional, by the way.
Cool. I guess that's me then. I just so I'm kind of just first time joining this, but there saw an issue about config maps and stuff and things, and thought about it, if it was popular enough, it'd be mentioned that design might be wanted and things. So I thought I'd raise it here and see what that would look like and stuff and things. But yeah, so that's what's brought me along.
Cool. Nice. Thanks for joining.
Do I have to present myself? Or it's sure
If,
no.
if you want to.
Okay, I'm Roger. I'm a newbie here. We working with you guys. It's a pleasure to join ESO. I'm trying to help with the release at this moment, and I'm trying to understand better how the project is working, so I can contribute with more actions. So I think that's it.
Thanks. Maybe I should introduce myself as well. I'm Moritz. I'm based in Hamburg, Germany. I've been running ESO for quite a while now. Yeah. Unfortunately, lately I didn't really find too much time to work on it, but I'm still trying to catch up. So yeah, that's it. Actually, for today, there is, unless I'm mistaken, maybe I can quickly share the agenda. We have an agenda on HackMD, so if you want, you can just add some things there. But for today, it's completely empty. So it's like a completely community-driven session today, and it looks like no one of the other maintainers is going to join today. So we can just do like a freestyle session, I guess. So if you would like to raise something, feel free to raise it directly. I guess we can go like that.
Maurice, I think I don't have too much to contribute today because, as I said before, I'm starting and starting to know the project. So I think that I'm not too, how can I say, I forgot the word. I'm sorry. So,
No worries.
like, if you want to say something to this meeting today, be my guest.
Okay, sure, thanks. I guess it was the bit which I saw is that we were trying to put we had a use case for wanting a config map synchronized with an external source, and so there is actually an issue open on the repo talking about mentioning that it wasn't an initial design goal, but that if it was popular enough, that actually maybe that this would be a thing to add in. And looking around, I haven't found any other projects which do this sort of synchronize with an external source already. So since External Secrets Operator is doing that, it doesn't seem a massive jump to make it support another resource type like that, and rather than starting a separate thing where everything would be the same apart from the thing it targets. It's so and and so on that it was mentioned that like it's been mentioned a few times in the things, so maybe it's one to bring in if but we need a design for it and stuff and things. So I guess if I was to try put it together and decide on that and things, I guess where to uh, where to start or something on that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I was wondering, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for the interest. So this topic has come up quite a lot of times. The idea to create config maps with like with secret data, or just generally some data provided by some of the secret source providers that we have. But it's not only config maps; it's also like other custom resources that users would like to create or would like to manage with ESO. So I guess, but like generally speaking, ESO is like a community-driven project. So whoever would like to come up with something, feel free to do so. As for the process, I think there is at least one issue regarding config map creation. If I don't have like all of them. Maybe if you have them open or know them, where to find
Yeah,
them, maybe you could just
so
share
the
them.
one here, it's I'll share the link in the chat.
Yeah,
Um,
and I can
that's
just add that to the notes. And cool, thanks.
on there.
Oh yeah, 2503. Yeah, so generally, like as for the process, if there's an issue open, and apparently there's like a lot of interest in it because people talk to us at recent conferences, people showing up in issues and so on. So like this is definitely a thing that is demanded by the community, and if that is the case, then feel free to you can just write up a design document. We have a design directory in the root of our repository, and there we
Right.
try to so we generally go about that whoever wants to create a design document creates a design document, opens up a PR for it, and once it's like ready to be reviewed, you can just then get feedback from the community, from the maintainers and users and so on, and eventually we'll find something that that matches like most of the use cases. And once we have like approval from the majority of the maintainers, then we're just free to just first of all merge the design document in. And I guess like the best case would be to have a proof of concept implementation of that.
Yeah.
But that's like really like that would be like the ideal case scenario. If that's not the case, then I guess like just from reading CRDs, that's most of the time enough. But I guess like for this feature, especially because it also relates to creating or managing custom resources, that may be a little bit more tricky. So I guess in that case would be really helpful to see like what is actually possible and how that could work and would look.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that config map part of it, Doran, isn't going to be particularly complicated, but since it's a custom resource that could be anything, that could be quite involved potentially. So yeah, seeing what that would look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. Thanks.
So generally, we would like to. Well, we have like a stability guarantee. So whenever a new feature comes in, it must be compatible in a way that existing users won't be affected by it. So it's more like an opt-in sort of approach. So yeah, it should be like forward compatible in that sense. Yeah, but apart from that, I guess like for such a big feature, it's most of the time we're just going to modify the CRD, and it just needs to be compatible with the previous version. So if users upgrade, they don't run into issues. But I think that's kind of obvious. I just want to like point that out explicitly.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, thanks. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Do you have like any ideas already on top of your head, or like some CRD structure ideas or so?
Not massively. Like I've delved into it a bit, but this is like my first time like going deeper into this sort of stuff and things. But the so yeah, so I haven't dug deep into the code yet to look at how that works and stuff and things. But it seemed more sensible to look at adding that in as a potential thing to this project than try to go write a thing and then go or copy a bunch of the stuff that's already here. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you feel free to join the external secrets Slack channel. We also have an external secrets dev Slack channel. So if you have like something ready or want to share it, this is probably like the place to be, where you get probably like the fastest feedback on something.
Yeah.
So apart from that, I don't know if you if you want to pair on something, you can also like make a request there. Then maybe you can find some time to pair on that if you like. That's just completely optional. Just if you if you like that sort of approach, you can also we try to help where we can. So that will also be a thing that we like to offer.
That's brilliant. Yeah, yeah. I'll try and get something together, and then yeah, I'll share some stuff and pair on it if possible and stuff. I think that'd be great. Yeah.
Cool. We're all like yeah, we're all basically like most of us are doing it in spare time, so we don't expect like too much
Yeah.
capacity that we have to run the project, but we'll sure to make it work and to get feedback in within a reasonable time frame. But yeah, looking at the PRs, it doesn't look good, to be honest. But yeah, we're struggling a bit with time at the moment. But yeah,
That's great. Yeah. Thanks.
sure, welcome. All right.
Moritz, do you have any repository with documentation about ESO, how it works, how to install? I would like to read and make some reviews. I was talking with Lucas, and I would like to contribute with some translations to Portuguese or
Mhm.
something like this.
Interesting. I think we never really looked at it, but like for a long term, that would be like really great to have translations to like to other languages. I can share you quickly. Share a couple of links in the chat. So we have this externalsecrets.io website where everything is in English, and that website is hosted on GitHub Pages. And we have like in our GitHub repository, there's just the docs directory where like all it's just static markdown files, a couple of pictures, and a couple of YAML files, and yeah, that's where you like store it. And there's a make file target. I think it's called make docs or so. You can just take a look at something with docs. We can then just run that locally, and that way there you can configure it. Under the hood, it's mkdocs. And I think we need to figure out because like mkdocs is like a sort of I'm not sure how it's called freeware. So you can use it, but you can also buy a license and you get like some premium features from it. And I have the feeling that like this multi-language internationalization thing is probably like a paid feature, but that's definitely something that we can afford, unless it's like has some ridiculous price. I don't think so, but I can surely like buy a license if it's like within a reasonable price range. So yeah,
Okay.
totally feel free um, to take a shot at it, and then we can see how we can maybe take it further. Just adding one language, maybe it makes sense to like have a sort of a tracking issue. Maybe just long term have a tracking issue for like all the, or maybe more like a matrix. We have like all the languages and all the pages that we want to have translated as a like a minimum as an MVP sort of, and then we could just try to find people, or maybe even consider hiring people for the translation if that would make sense. Not sure, but we can find a way to make that work. But that's a really good thing. I like that idea to work on multi-language support.
Okay. Just want to help the way I can at this moment. So I'm not a developer yet, so it's a way to contribute with you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, sure. That's perfect. That's perfect. Already doing releases is also like a lot of work. So thank you a lot for that to prep the releases and so on. So that's also like a lot of help and takes a lot of burden from maintainers to have more time to do other stuff like review PRs or read issues. So that's also super helpful. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. It's nice when work properly, and when we have some problem in the steps, it's difficult. Somebody have to reveal something, and we have to wait, and that's
Yeah, yeah,
the bot bow is not working, so
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I think Lucas knows Spasi, the
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I'm not sure what like how it's hosted. Maybe it was offline, or I don't know.
He
Yeah.
said something about license. I don't remember very
Hmm.
well.
Okay.
Or somebody turned off the server. I don't know what happened.
Hmm. Yeah, it's bad if you depend on it, but yeah, I guess we can figure out something to make that to improve that so we don't like depend on it if the service is unreliable. If it's
I think that Gustavo said something about another way to use something like Poe was working.
yeah like GitHub Actions, I think, I guess, yeah. But is it working right now? Did you?
No, no, it was not working when I was doing the last release.
Mhm.
I don't think if it's working
Yeah.
right now because I don't have access to check this.
Mhm. I can I can see if it works. So if it's not working, we just have to replace it with something different. But if it's just a temporary thing, then I guess we can just keep it and continue using it. Yeah.
But we can do the way we are doing. So I think that's not a problem. It's working.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna check if it's actually working right now. I think there's still like a PR that I want to take a look at. I'm just gonna try it there. All right. Let me quickly add that to the notes.
So I just was wondering for this thing, Bo, is that something that you're running that's used for like the CI type process there?
Paul is a bot, I guess, that responds on comments that we do on pull requests, and that's hosted somewhere else by someone, and we use it
See.
to if you like Roger would like to prep a release, you don't necessarily want to wait to get an approval from other maintainers. You just want to hit, so you can then just comment with /approve, and then the bot will approve that
Yeah.
PR. That kind of automation thing, and that was unavailable for a short period of time. That's why it was kind of annoying to not get the release prepared.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it from my side. If there's anything else, or if there's nothing else, I guess we can
No.
call it. Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining. I'm gonna stop the recording now.